There we go. Today we're going to talk about the 5946 that I've acquired from Ames Surplus. This deal's a very good deal. The majority of Smith & Wesson third gens, your 3913, your 5906, 5906, and of course the venerable Tactical series that came out towards the end of the run of the third gens. The ones with the black tactical rails and all that for lights. There'll be a picture of those up there. They're running upwards of $500, $600, $700 now. Now with inflation and this and that, you could grab one of those for $400 or so back of a day. This I got shipped to my door, $350. About $380 I got this for, which is pretty much the price you would pay for something back then. Why did I want it? Well, the 5906 has a very similar manual of arms to the Beretta 92 that I already have. And of course, my grandfather's gun is a 6946, I would say, compact version of this. As I've learned throughout my gun nomenclature, a subcompact version doesn't necessarily mean a micro-compact version. So this is just a compact version, really. It's not a subcompact. Excuse me if I said that wrong. With this gun, what's the problems with it? Not many. It's worn, very worn. The grips, they could be replaced. They are a little smoothed out compared to these. These grips. I have, these appear to be the flat grips too. And my hand fits pretty good on these. And of course, these guns have been safety checked. We're not going to be waving guns around, because my feet are right below this table, and I don't want to cause any trouble. This serial number here, from what I've read, it's a later release, post-2010 release, is not an NYPD gun. NYPD guns do not have a, believe it or not, NYPD guns do not have a mag safety on them. Or mag disconnect on them. Kind of interesting. This is worn here. Not too bad here. You can tell over how it was right-handed. Very worn here. Smith & Wesson. I don't know if we can even get that in there on the camera. You can't really see it. But so Smith & Wesson up there in Holton, Maine. The Holton, Maine plant literally is like, you could walk to Canada from there. It's in a very rural area. As far as I know, Holton, Maine only makes handcuffs now. And I think they might make the 22A Smith & Wesson. The Smith & Wesson's generic 22 semi-auto pistol. That many of us have shot, especially if you grew up in New England. Trigger guard is rounded and has a typical thing here. MIM parts. I did a deep clean of this gun. I even took apart the internals and cleaned them. There was nothing really remarkable going on here, except for some minor surface rust on the side plate, which is right here. You can't see it, but I'll put some pictures up. A bunch of dirt and grime behind the trigger and the grip. I cleaned all that up. I cleaned the sights up. I'm probably going to try cleaning them up again, though. They were very dirty. So I did put a Wolf 17-pound spring to get a little bit shorter trigger release. And I can't find my empty magazine here right now. Maybe a Beretta mag will work, or a Sig mag. That is interesting. A Sig P226 mag will work. It won't fire or anything, but it's really interesting. When I was with my dad, I first started shooting. We took apart the Sig P226, and we took apart this to clean it. And it's just very interesting how these guns are very similar to the Sig. I mean, the general idea is just like today's Glocks are similar to the M&Ps, are somewhat similar to the, same idea, striker fired, whatever. But anyhow, we're going to put this in here just to show, because I don't have any unloaded double-stacked third-gen mags right now. This will not work on the range. Don't try this. It'll just fall out. Watch. You can just pull it out. But anyhow, release this here. Gotta hold it all the way in because there's nothing holding it on. The release, I mean, it's a lot, look at that. It's a lot smoother. I would say it's on par with a revolver. It's a little lighter than my Model 64. There's no take up really. It's a hard pullback though. I gotta hold the magazine so it works. See, there's still a lot of take up with that. Now keep in mind, this is not how it really works. A little bit of a hard pull here, so you really can't see how it's not coming out then. So it's hard enough for me. Now the downside of these guns, and this is a solder pump, by the way. No, whatever. The other side of this is a soldering station for very small projects. So, why? Well, this gun came out at a time when police officers were switching from revolvers to semi-autos. The Glock really hadn't made inroads yet. It was starting to, but it wasn't really there yet. This really shoots like a revolver. It really does. Best way to describe this gun is very heavy. They do make 17-round magazines for this. Metgar here. 17 rounds. New from the Metgar itself. Very nice magazine. It fits flush into here. It's just very, very nice. I'm very surprised with it. Now on to the 5.6946. The take up on the empty 12-round mag here, original. These are very hard to find in. They don't make new ones of these. The only ones I could find are Pro Mag, which we don't use Pro Mag on this channel. And I did rebuild these though. There's new followers in here, new springs. The base plates are original. This was carried for concealment when my grandfather had this gun, and on his belt as the two duty mag holders. Empty. The take up on this, which I like how this is all non-MIM, by the way, for no apparent reason. It's a lot longer. It's noticeably longer. Let me hold my mag in here. Of course, empty. It's the wrong mag anyways. I doubt it even feed. I'm just trying to, because I don't feel like unloading it. A lot less take up on there. And while it still requires a very meaningful and deliberate press. I mean, this isn't, watch. See? I'm not just going to click it. And it's not going to get caught on something and go off. I was playing around the other day. These slides are interchangeable. And the trigger's fire. Now, if I take the short slide and put it on the big one, it becomes a short slide variant. Sort of. If I take the long slide and put it on the short one, it could be a nice carry gun. Because this here, while nice, extends out. But one thing I really like about this gun is it's heavy. It's not wicked heavy, but it really is heavier. I think it's heavier than the SIG P226 and the Beretta 92. I think maybe that's by design. I think this is all steel. Whereas this is alloy and this is steel up here. This one's designed more for carry. This one's designed more for duty. Put in a big ass holster and open carry it all day. So I'm going to try to take off the slides. I'll show you here. Supposedly on the forums this works, by the way. Somebody talks about it. I may have shown this in another video, but the easiest way to deal with these slides, especially the DAO slides, the springs are very compressed on these. It's hard to explain, but they're not they're not, like the 3913 seems to be a little bit looser. Not by much. These are very tight guns. I stick a toothbrush in here. I've been using the same one for a while. It's not my toothbrush or brushing my teeth. Pull your slide back and stick a toothbrush in there. Or something soft. Pen, whatever. I take a punch. Or even if you had to, take the good old Bic click stick and use that. Push it out like that. See how it's coming out? Grab your slide and hold it hard. Do not, be careful with your finger. It's going to get pinched. Then your slide's off. Do not lose these. As far as I know, they're all the same for most of, maybe except for the tactical series, but they're all the same for the 5906 and 6906 frames are all the same. And here comes the rain. I go like this. I put this down here. I don't know what these parts are. They'll ask me. I put it against my body. I hold it like this. I stick it in. And now look. A short slide. With a big-ass grip. Not really my cup of tea because I'm not using this for duty. I'm not a cop. Not a security guard. Quite frankly, I think most armed security guards are clowns. But anyhow, that's not different discussion. Same thing with this. The lawn slide. The main slide on the 6906 slide. Because I like the longer sight radius, but I don't like the big-ass grip. Because remember, same thing. So just get in there. There we go. Now, I like this better. Now, remember, we have our empty mags. Our 10-round mag will fit inside the 6946. So, that gives you an option to carry a 17-round mag if you wanted to. When would you ever need that? I don't know. It's your choice, though. Carry as little or as much as you want. You're talking to a guy that likes revolvers here, too. I don't think any state should restrict the right to what you can have. I mean, what is the point of this? Anyhow. I only had to use, because when I used to carry this as a spare, and then I had a 10-round... I had a 10-round version of this somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I know where it is. It's out there in the front room. But anyhow, it will work. See? And it will empty, see? Empty. We always check this anyways. It will still fire and still work. The question is, will it cycle rounds? But I like this better because the grip is more conducive. I get a nice thick grip I can grab onto. Of course, you could also carry like this if you had to, but I mean, this is kind of similar to what Glock and Sig has done with their XL models, all the different things they do. You get a long slide with a short grip. That way it doesn't bang into everything. This wouldn't really serve any useful purpose to me. I mean, sure, it could be a bedside gun. It still retains its double action. Oh, interesting. You could put... Oh, it's a 10-round mag. Still retains its double action capability. Now, this is not backwards compatible. You can't really take a 5906 slide and put it on here. It will not fit because the slides are slightly longer for the DAOs, and the machining mechanics are different. But, I mean, it fits. You know, this could be a good option for a bedside gun. It's actually a little lighter, and I don't know as much size difference in it. Your holsters. Well, of course, with now our Frankenstein guns here, of course, with your 3.5-inch barrel, Your SW 3913 6.906 holsters are backwards compatible with both guns. This year, I found that you cannot get a 5.906 holster that will work with these because of the way the weapon's made. I will show you. This holster here is a retention holster made for the 5.906 in the 6.59 model. It fits, but will not click because of the slightly extended slide and hammer. It will also not, it might fit this, our new Frankenstein gun here. Yes, it will. It will fit, it will fit our short slide variant. Which means it will probably fit, this will definitely fit the 6.946 because it's shorter. But because I don't like, I mean, you still will get 13 rounds. You know, I mean, I don't really care so much about stopping vehicles. I'm not hanging around, pulling people over. I'm not an armored car driver. I'm not, you know, I don't really care. But the thing about carrying full-size guns, what I do carry from time to time, I like the longer slide because I got better radius. I can see it better, and it's a little more accurate. But I don't like the big grip. So some of my full-size guns, mine's the Model 64 revolver, which revolvers are a little easier to carry than full-size. Full-size revolvers are a little easier to carry than a full-size semi-auto, in my opinion, weight-wise. Biggest problem is grips. So safety checked. So in conclusion, this is a good platform for transitioning from a revolver to a semi-auto as it was designed for. I really like this platform. Who is this platform not for? Well, if you're in the shooting Glocks or striker-fired guns, in the lighter trigger guns, you don't like long, drawn-out trigger strokes, aka you don't like the long double-action trigger, it's not for you. And as you can see here, well, you know I use deodorant now. This holster here has a very extreme tilt to it, which is called the FBI cant, which keeps the butt of the gun away from busting the seats and stuff. Especially, this is very important when you're in a vehicle, especially a modern vehicle, because the bolsters of the seats really kind of crush in more. Anyhow, it is possible, but in the summertime, I think I want to have a shorter grip and still retain a longer barrel, just more for concealment. But realistically, if I'm going to carry a 3rd gen concealed in the summertime, it's probably going to be the 3913 because it's just so hot out. After our discussion about the 5946, in conclusion, I never made it outside to just shoot the switch slides for 2 reasons. One, I live in a rural area, but there was a bunch of people outside next door. I didn't want to deal with it. And 2, it is a rainy, yucky, abnormally cold North Carolina day. I think that may have potential for summer carry.